And the game we've got set up at the moment is called Bear Bother, and a very rough explanation of what the game entails is that the little bear has just bought a brand new motor car and he has to get the batteries on which it runs out of the house by climbing up and down the ladders. But on the way, he can be a bit bothered.
It's a bit boring. They could make it not so large. It's got too many levels. There's 3 sort of lines where there could be 2 instead.
The graphics were nice and bright, but yeah, it was too large, I thought.
There were lots of things chasing you, and the only thing you had to do was push down things, and the way you kept on getting killed, it was too hard. You couldn't get a hang of it or anything because there's so many things coming after you. There's 4 things. There's 3 bears and there's 1 dragon, and you're just one person. They go all over the place.
You're absolutely bothered. Yeah. How long do you think you could actually spend sitting in front of a computer game trying to master it?
Well, depends which game it was. With that game, I think I'd get bored with it.
How about value for money? Would you spend your pocket money?
No. I'd buy better games.
Right, we've had your comments. Very briefly, I'd like to know which game you like best. Cassie?
Attic Attack.
Dominic?
Ant Attack. Attic Attack.
Attic Attack. Right, now, I've got all the marks down here, which you've secretly given me. Before we report back to Superstore for our accurate computer checkout, would you like to add them up on the computer for me? Thanks, Dominic. And Dominic got busy with the adding up, and he's brought the checkout scoreboard back to Superstore with him, and we can have a look at our compilation of all the marks now. Well, there's no surprise that at the bottom of the checkout chart, are you all right with that, Dominic? Can you hold that up a bit, darling? That's it. We have Bear Bother, and that's got low marks in every category and was the only game that the players didn't want to buy. Now, all the games cost around £6. At number 3 is Ant Attack, which has got good marks for setting up and getting started, but low marks for the 3D graphics. And our panel gave it low marks also because it was a bit tricky to control. Now, in second place comes Manic Miner, which incidentally is the number 1 position on the National Opinion Poll chart, but we didn't agree with them, which everybody found much too noisy. And at the top of the chart is Attic Attack, which had high marks for graphics, playability, and was the game that the players said would last forever. Well, the first brand new video games top 30 will be published in the Daily Mirror next Saturday and in Computer and Video Games Monthly magazine from March the 16th.
Well, this is it. This is the television set of the future. This one's only a prototype, but a model very much like this, but certainly with a television screen only 3/4 of an inch thick, will be going on sale sometime next year, and for less than £50. And when that happens, it seems certain to revolutionise the whole of the television industry, because a flat-screen, large-scale television, unlike a conventional television, can simply be hung on the wall instead of bulking large into the room. And that is almost certainly the way that things will happen, because this television set is the invention of a remarkable man called Clive Sinclair, whose inventions in the past have, in one way or another, affected the lives of every single one of us.
My object is to find people's real needs, to develop products which are of real benefit to people in whatever way, and to do that at a price that they can afford, to do for 10p what anyone can do for £1.
Before breakfast every day, Sinclair runs 6 miles from his home in Cambridge, showing the kind of single-mindedness and stamina which has also allowed him to keep ahead in the consumer electronics field. His list of firsts is staggering, beginning with the first pocket calculator. He followed this with a breakthrough in cheap digital watches, the Black Watch. Then he brought out his revolutionary 2-inch TV, the Microvision. And, most recently, he's been marketing the first personal computer, the ZX80. The price? Just under £100.